Everybody, and welcome to Back to School Night at Glasgow Middle School. Just a reminder that you can translate these videos, so if you need to translate, please pause and read the instructions here. My name is Miss Cargill, and I teach 6th grade math. Welcome. This is a little about me. This is my second year teaching at Glasgow, and I live in Falls Church with my cat Teddy, who's pictured here. I talk about him a lot in the classroom. I'm originally from New Jersey, and I studied at Dickinson College and George Mason University. And some things I like are drawing, singing, hiking, camping, the beach. So that's just a little intro to who I am and how I came to be here. So as far as teaching philosophy, I believe that students learn best when they feel comfortable enough to share their thinking. And that's one of my priorities in my classroom. I believe that students learn best when they're interested and engaged in class, and when they're held to high expectations, when they're encouraged to do more than they think they can do, when we prompt them to push their thinking more. Students can expect daily short lessons and math stations, sort of like centers in our class. So we do lots of hands-on activities, games, things to engage and help your child learn better. They can also expect a place where they can learn to enjoy math. That's our goal, and a friendly, comfortable environment where they can share their thinking, ask questions, and be able to learn. In Math 6, we go through a variety of topics. We start off with ratios and get into more nitty-gritty with fractions and decimals. We get into rational numbers and exponents, integers, coordinate planes, expressions, equations, and inequalities, proportions, circles, and data. So by the end of the year, we get into a little bit of intro to algebra. As far as grading goes, we have mostly formative assessments, and those are in the form of exit tickets at the end of class and criterions, which are quizzes, and those are just to check for understanding during the learning process. We also have summative assessments, which are unit tests at the end of every unit, and those are judgments about what content and skills were learned. We also collect other feedback about how your student is organized and behaving in school. That will be on the report card. We'll also have homework completion. As far as support, I am here to help you, so do not hesitate to reach out to me. This is my email address. My first initial and last name, so kcargill@fcps.edu. Make sure you're checking the email that you gave to the school. That's how I'll be able to email you. And you email me, please, with questions and concerns. We're also implementing the use of talking points at Glasgow. We already told all of your students to have you sign up. If you haven't yet, we have a slide to help you. This is a way you can text us, and you can receive texts from us with reminders about class. So to join the Talking Points class, it's an app. So it's really just about downloading it. It's called Talking Points for Parents. Enter your information. And the really important part is our class code, which is at the bottom of the screen here. This is a really great app because it makes communication easier, texting, and it can translate messages from the teacher. So if you're more comfortable speaking in another language, you can choose that language. That way you can receive messages from me in that language. And when you respond to me, if you write in your language and it sends it to me, I can read it in English. So we really are excited about using this in our class this year. As far as supporting your child, things that we really encourage you to do are just to ask your students about what they're learning. What are you learning in class? What have you been interested in? What was something that you enjoyed? Getting your students to talk about what they learned and even teaching you about it is really, really helpful to help it stick in their brains, help them think even further. As far as homework, always checking in with them is a great idea. Ask them what assignments they have to do. We will be using Schoology this year, an online platform. So you can ask them to look at their Schoology class. You can look at their Schoology class as well to help remind them about any upcoming assignments. Supplies are pretty easy in math. The biggest thing that we need is a math folder. So most of your students have their math folder already. If not, just make sure you send them in with a folder specifically for math. And that folder lives in our classroom and contains all of their notes. Pencils and highlighters are the other things. So just make sure they have their own pencils. Highlighters are great, especially when we're learning new vocabulary. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. And I'm excited to go through this year with your student. Thank you.